Less than 24 hours after Anambra State Governor Charles Soludo of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA, visited Nnamdi Kanu in the DSS custody as part of his hunt for peace, mayhem was unleashed on parts of the state by gunmen who attacked Idemmili North Local Government headquarters, a magistrate court, and kidnapped a sitting House of Assembly member representing Governor Soludo's own constituency from Aguata. As the All Progressives Grand Alliance prepares for its primaries ahead of the 2023 general election in Nigeria, the only state in the country that flies the APGA flag, Anambra, continues to observe the sit-at-home order by gunmen who recently threatened to attack about 10 local government areas in the state. In a message to all the local government areas, the anonymous group warned security operatives to get ready for action in Biafra Land, in quotes. Joining us now to shed more light on his state and the preparation of APGA to conduct its national primaries ahead of the 2023 general election in Nigeria is Chief Victor Oye, APGA National Chairman. Good morning, sir, and welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you very much.
Well, Chief, thank you very much for joining us. The major priority for the governor of Anambra State, Professor Charles Soludo, is security. He even visited the leader of IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, in detention, and issued a statement on the very warm and robust conversation that they had. But despite that, there's no peace in Anambra State. 9 local governments have now been identified for attack by a group known as unknown gunmen, more or less. Now, what are your thoughts on all of this? The governor's visit and the fact that the violence continues unabated in the state?
The truth of the matter is that what is happening in Anambra today is quite unfortunate and unexpected. Anambra before now had been a very peaceful state, and the people of Anambra State are enterprising people, hard-working, resilient, and committed to peace, tranquility, and national unity. It has never been our expectation that Anambra will be in this state of turmoil. But be that as it may, when you are fighting criminality and other forms of injustice, this is what you get. But I'm surprised that they are concentrating in Anambra State. They are talking about Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu does not come from Anambra State. It comes from Abia State, and Abia State is a relatively peaceful state. But Anambra State is bearing the brunt now. The visit of the governor to Nnamdi Kanu, instead of causing unnecessary furore, should rather promote peace and tranquility in that region, because the governor demonstrated courage in what he did. No other governor from the southeast had the courage to do what Governor Soludo did. And you could remember that in the past, he led prominent Igbo people to seek the release of Nnamdi Kanu from Kuje prisons. So the antecedents are there. The governor has shown commitment, he has shown courage, he has shown vision, he has shown resilience in taking the state to another stage of development. And what Governor Soludo needs at this time is the total cooperation of everybody in Anambra State to make Anambra State a livable homeland. We cannot continue to waste lives that we cannot even create. It is sheer barbarism and wickedness for anybody to take a life he did not create. Anambra State does not deserve what it is receiving at present, because the state is a state God has designed as a very, a very successful state, economically, politically, and otherwise. Do not forget that Anambra State produced the like of Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. And this was the first Nigerian civilian president. It is remarkable. What is happening in Anambra State today is quite pitiful. It's unfortunate and very painful. You know, Anambra should be left alone. There must be peace in Anambra State. And the present APGA government in Anambra State is committed to peace, tranquility, and good governance. All those people who feel agitated one way or another should seek another way of ventilating their grievances, and not by resorting to violence, destroying properties and lives,
certainly
which you cannot replace easily.
Certainly not, Chief Oye, but why do you think that Anambra is one of the epicenters now for the violence? Because what you've just highlighted here is true, but all of a sudden, Anambra is in the eye of the storm. Why? What are the factors behind it?
For me, that's why I said everybody is surprised, is worried, and we just finished an election. You know, this thing, let me trace the genesis a little bit. You know, before the 2021 Anambra governorship election, the state was a very peaceful state. But immediately some political actors came on stage. They turned the place upside down, importing mercenaries from all over the neighboring states to cause confusion in Anambra State. And we thank God for making us navigate through that election peacefully and successfully. That wasn't the original design of the sponsors of violence in Anambra State. And what we're saying in essence is that Anambra State should be left alone to develop. The people, as we speak, almost live in bondage. A whole senatorial zone of the state is under lockdown, the entire Anambra South, because of the activities of hoodlums. And we doubt that these perpetrators belong to IPOB. We doubt it seriously. IPOB has repeatedly denied involvement in these dastardly acts. And what the security agencies should do is to take the bull by the horns and confront these hoodlums. Because what is happening in Anambra State is unfortunate. It does not happen in any civilized clime. It's quite worrisome. The people there do not deserve this. And the governor in seat today is ready to take the state to another level of development. And that is why we have to support him. Those who are angry, who are agitated one way or another, should sheath their swords and work for the good of the people. Let us stop wasting lives. This life is ephemeral, it's transient. There is nothing here for anybody to kill any other person. There's no reason for that. Everybody on earth today must die someday. Have people considered the consequences of such actions? Killing people, maiming people, destroying government properties, and these properties will be rebuilt with government money. It doesn't make sense. If we are angry, it may be justified one way or another that Nnamdi Kanu is held in detention. Everybody is not happy about it. But something led to something. We have to come on the round table and sort this matter out. And I'm happy that as we speak, the entire world is watching. They know that we are making headway, you know, to making sure that Nnamdi Kanu is released. He cannot be in prison in perpetuity, nowhere. And I think everybody has learned his lesson. What we are going to do now is to see how we can work together as a people to develop our country, work as a people to develop our various communities for the good of all of us. But what is happening in Anambra State today cannot take us to anywhere. It cannot take us, rather it will take us 100 years back. Okay. We must move forward. Okay. The world is moving forward. Okay. America is moving forward. Even Ghana here is moving forward. Okay, you can't get this kind of thing anywhere outside of Anambra State.
Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Victor Oye, a lot of people feel your pain. I feel the pain, you know, of the people. Nobody sees a need for the killings. Some people are saying, Could it probably be a faction? Because since the meeting with Nnamdi Kanu, some people feel that ought to douse tension of some sort. And secondly, I'd like to ask you about your party. What's going on between you and Mr. Njoku? What's going on?
Let me address that one because it's part of the problem of Nigeria. When people deliberately give attention to miscreants, political miscreants, political turncoats.
Who's the miscreant here?
Njoku, there's something about me. I don't go on air. I'm a journalist by profession, but I don't go on air castigating people. You understand me? Because I know what is right and what is proper. Let me explain this situation very, very well. There are two judgments from Anambra State High Court in 2020 affirming the National Convention of APGA conducted under my watch as the national chairman of APGA on the 31st of May 2019. After that, the Court of APGA Kano affirmed the same convention, affirmed me as the national chairman of APGA in a judgment delivered on the 10th of August 2021. On October 14, the Supreme Court, the apex court in Nigeria, delivered another judgment affirming me as the national chairman of APGA. These things are not disputable. When a judgment is delivered by the Supreme Court, it is final. It is just totally final. You don't talk about it again. Now, sometime last week, we started hearing, we had some rumor. I call it rumor because it contained no facts. That the Supreme Court reviewed the judgment it delivered on October 14 in favor of Edozie and Njoku. Everybody, I found it laughable. I knew there was no truth in that. But we carried out our investigation. It is there, go to the Supreme Court. That judgment of October 14 was between the so-called Jude Okeke versus the respondents. The first respondent was INEC. The second respondent was myself, Victor. The third respondent was Juan Rabiu. And the fourth respondent was INEC. In the final judgment, the Supreme Court said unequivocally in the judgment, the last page, that the foundation of the appeal by Jude Okeke, the foundation has collapsed. And when the foundation of a house collapses, everything collapses with it. And the court also said, Supreme Court, that the joinder application by Edozie, Njoku and Co. also is hereby dismissed. So nothing more is hanging anywhere. In the suit in question, Edozie Njoku was not a party to the suit. How can you benefit from something in which you are not a party? So we carried out our investigation, and it was discovered, even at the registry of Supreme Court, that the judgment of the Supreme Court was forged, altered, tampered with by Edozie Njoku and Co. For me, that is sacrilegious. It is only in Nigeria that this kind of thing will happen. And people are still walking about the streets free. Remember when we had the same battle last year? Even your media was giving him publicity. I told you not to give him publicity, that this man is an impostor, that this man is a born liar, a fraudster. It's clear now, there's no question about it. He has gone about collecting money from innocent, unsuspecting members of the public. This should not be accepted. I have called on the security agencies to do their work. This man should not be allowed to be fomenting trouble. Every time we have an election in Nigeria, this man called the Edozie Njoku will come out with one antics or another to confuse the masses, confuse the public, and extort money from people. This should be addressed by the security agencies immediately. In fact, we have already written a petition to the NJC, to the Nigeria Bar Association, to the police, to the DSS, to do their job, deal with these miscreants. Justice Mary Odele never sat on the 9th of April or any other time to review any judgment. Neither did the Supreme Court sit to do the same. There is nowhere in the entire universe where any court has affirmed the so-called convention held by Njoku on May 31, 2019. This man is an impostor. The only convention that the INEC monitored was the convention we conducted on May 31, 2019. This man was staying in a hotel, holed up in one hotel, and waiting for the outcome of our convention in Oka. Our convention in Oka was conducted and monitored by INEC, by a national commissioner from INEC.
If you can hear me, could you move quickly to the second leg of the question that was asked?
What's the second leg, please?
I thought you asked.
Yes, I asked the second leg, and I was talking about still the insecurity situation in the state, and some people are saying, could there be a faction? Could there be a faction of the ESN involved?
I don't know. I'm not a security man. What is happening in Anambra, as far as I'm concerned, I've told you, it is the duty of the security agencies to look into all of that. But what I can tell you assuredly is that what IPOB had consistently said, that they were not involved in what is happening in Anambra currently, I agree with them. Because if IPOB could come out in the open and declare that they were not involved, it is the duty of the security agencies to unravel the mystery, the puzzle. They have to unravel it. It is not my duty to do so. But I know that Anambra State does not deserve the situation it has found itself as we speak. We must continue to do something to bring peace to that state. That state is the live wire, economic live wire of the entire Southeast. Every Monday, people sit at home doing nothing. It will also increase, the frustration of the youth. It will lead to economic downturn. It will cause even social dislocation. Because when people sit at home doing nothing, what do you expect will be the consequences? The economy will suffer. The people will suffer. There are people who depend on their daily income, daily activities to make a living. Such people are stranded. I feel the pain so much because I know what our people are going through. Not only in Anambra, all over Nigeria. People are being killed. President Buhari has to do something very, very fast to bring this nation to a state of stability and cohesion.
Yes. We have just about 4 minutes to go.
Yes.
So your next responses will have to be very brief.
Okay.
But I need you to do two things. The first thing is that you have to claim full responsibility for all the things you said about Chief Edozie Njoku, because you said quite a number of things that could be, you could say, are defamatory per se. You need to indemnify Arise TV, that you take full responsibility for all those things you said about Chief Edozie Njoku. You called him all kinds of names, okay? I need you to take full responsibility for that. That's one. The second, tell us about APGA. What's the state of play with regard to primaries, who are the candidates, and how is the party preparing to meet the June 3 deadline prescribed by INEC?
Yes, our party is ready. We have met the first, we crossed about 2-3 hurdles. We've submitted the list of our officers from ward to national across Nigeria. And we have also submitted the list of our members from ward, all the wards in Nigeria, to INEC. We met the deadline, and we submitted the hard and soft copies. Then we have also submitted the list of our House of Assembly the list of our ad hoc delegates and ad hoc and statutory delegates to INEC yesterday, because they say it must be submitted 1 week to the primary. And that's exactly what we've done. We also meet the deadline for House of Representatives, for Senate, and for governorship. We are working very, very hard because we are the real people. The other people are junketing, masquerading, hopping from one place to another, seeking whom to devour. APGA has no factions. And for you asking me to indemnify you, I don't know what you mean by indemnify. When you come on television, you ask me questions, and I give you my reasons, I give you my position. That is how it is done. How can I come and indemnify you? I'm a journalist of 41 years.
You can't come on TV.
And tell me on television.
No, you can't come on our platform.
Tell me to indemnify anybody.
No, you can't come.
The man was on television yesterday.
Can you hold on?
Keep quiet. Let me
clarify it for you.
Insulting us.
Let me clarify it for you.
Did you ask him to indemnify you?
No, I'm talking about this program where I'm sitting down. Okay? You can't come on our platform and call him a fraudster. Can you allow me to talk? Can you allow me to talk, please? You can't come on our platform and call a man a fraudster, a liar, an impostor, an extortionist. And I just say, take full responsibility for what you have said. And you're asking me to keep quiet on a program I anchor. You cannot do that.
I didn't ask you to keep quiet. I said you cannot ask me to indemnify you. I know my rights.
I said take full responsibility.
You want me to indemnify
take full responsibility.
I give it to my lawyers. To
no, you can't come and call people names and think we allow you to get away with it lightly. You don't talk to me like that. It's time now for a short break. Thank you very much.